Sounds correct. Welcome, Realm family, to another episode of Wrestling with the Realm podcast. I'm Brian, one half of the Power and Glory of Wrestling podcast, and on the other side, he is the Hercules to my Paul Roma. He's my guy, Will. Will, what are we talking about?
Guys, I think we're talking about undeniably, and I'm speaking for you, Brian,
Okay.
favorite pay-per-view of all time.
Yeah, it's true.
And
I mean, not this particular one.
no, we'll
Yeah,
get
but of the
into
big
that part.
four, yeah, this is
Oh
the best
yeah.
one.
We're talking the Royal Rumble, guys, and
Yes.
me and Brian love the Royal Rumble. I think every professional wrestling fan loves the Royal Rumble, probably the most, just because
Yep.
of the two matches. They're so unique. And I'm excited to talk the Royal Rumble.
Yep.
I love the
Thanks,
Royal Rumble.
Pat Patterson. This
Shout out
non-alcoholic beer is for you, Pat.
shout out Pat Patterson. I think that's the first ever Pat Patterson
Yeah.
shout on the
Yeah, the
podcast.
godfather of the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. And Brian, let's get straight into it. We kick off this show with the Women's Royal Rumble. And this match was probably match of the night for me.
Yeah, it
And I think
was.
for obviously reasons for you, match of the night. But that being said, I think that this match was probably the best wrestling match of the night as well. I know people are gonna be, well, AJ Styles versus Gunther is
Hmm.
on this
Yeah.
one, but this match just had a lot of highlights for me. I want to give a huge shout out to a few people. I'll let Brian talk about Lash Legend,
Thank you,
but
buddy.
I want to talk about Sol Ruka. Sol Ruka is phenomenal. She wins my MVP for this match, and just some of the stuff she does in the ring is so unique.
Hmm.
Soul Snatcher, obviously. I know we've talked about it before, but her offense is just even outside of that. Some of the springboard moves that she does are so unique, and I feel like only her, like herself, can do those moves
Hmm.
on the roster right now in WWE. Strong outing from Jordan Grace, kind of in the beginning half. I like how in past Rumbles we've had kind of Nia Jax fill that role as the powerhouse. And this year, we've actually
Yeah.
broken it up into two parts where Jordan Grace, in the beginning portion of the match, was the powerhouse. And then
Yep.
Lash Legend takes that spot over as the Rumble continues on.
And
I
Raquel.
thought, and Raquel, yeah,
Yep.
good point. Raquel as
Yep.
well. And I want to point out the storytelling in this match. When me and my brother Henry were watching this, he was like,
Okay, wait. Time out. Time out. We need to do everybody a favor. We mentioned Hank's picks last
"Yep,
episode. Before we go any further, who did Hank think was going to win the Women's Royal Rumble?
Liv Morgan."
Oh, he's just saying that because I said that.
Yeah, I know. Nothing too crazy from Hank this time, guys. He
Okay.
was he was pretty actually like conservative with his picks this Rumble. He
We
did
got to keep it down then. If we start talking about it, he's not going to make his real feelings anymore.
no, he was heavy on Braun Breaker, which is funny.
Okay.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that when we talk about the men's Rumble. But
I just thought for sure he was going to be like Zelina Vega. It's like, yeah, no, Zelina Vega's not winning this thing.
no,
Sorry,
no,
that's not happening. Sorry, Zelina Vega, but
no.
still.
Selena Vega diss is very, very new for us.
Yeah.
So
It
that's a new
was
diss.
it was funny with her ring gear when she came out though, because my wife is like, her wings things she's wearing are like bigger than her. And then we're like, that'd be
Low
awesome if
key,
she got into the ring with those.
yeah. No, I mean, Zelina Vega, does she have any highlights in this match?
I don't know. I don't think
No.
so.
Her big wings. That's
Yeah, her
probably
big
it.
wings. I mean,
Yeah, that's it.
no hate
Speaking
on Zelina Vega though. It's
no,
just,
no.
you
She
know,
just gets a little diss, just
yeah.
a little one. Another highlight in this match for me was the ending, obviously. I think it was probably the most unique ending of a Royal Rumble that I remember in a very long time.
Hmm.
You have Tiffany Stratton, Sol Ruka, and Liv all kind of out on the outside, and you have Sol Ruka go for the Soul Snatcher on the outside to hit it on the ring apron, and
Yep.
Tiffany shoves her off. And then you have Liv hit the Oblivion onto the outside, and I thought that was so unique,
Yes.
such a cool move. That was probably my overall highlight of the match. Brian, I know you have your highlights of this match. What do you got?
Uh, Number one highlight is Liv winning. That was awesome. One, because we picked it, and two, because Liv deserves that. And I think she kind of proved it in the match as it went on. I said it last podcast, she's getting so good at the acting part. All of the character work that she's done, if I feel like her acting chops have gotten so much better that now when she's in the ring, even when she's not doing anything like in the Royal Rumble, you're always watching her, even if she's not in a big spot, she's always doing something. And that's one thing. I think that's a compliment that I'll give to this women's Royal Rumble match, which was the match of the night, is it's entertaining as hell. The women constantly for the Royal Rumble, theirs is always better. I mean, that's my opinion. I know you feel that way. Um, my wife feels that way. It's the one wrestling event that like she'll sit down and watch through it with me because she said that it's actually fun and entertaining watching the women. Um, but I'll say this about the women. Back in the day in the Royal Rumble, you would get a lot of not sandbagging, but you would just get a lot of killing time. So you'd have to do a lot of stalling. There'd be just a lot of corner work and everybody hanging on the ropes. And it could get pretty boring and bogged down for a while. And then you would hit some big spots, you know. The women, I feel like they're always moving. There's always something going on. They
I was
don't
gonna
get
say
bogged
that.
down too many times where there's nothing going on. There's always seems to be something going on. Everybody seems like they get a spot. Chelsea Green, I give you a round of applause. I tip my hat because I'm starting to become a huge Chelsea Green fan. I know I'm late to that whole thing too. Um, but she works her ass off, and I think she's so underrated for how they use her. It's almost criminal because she is in this Royal Rumble match, and she gets one of the highlight spots for me at least, is when Alba Fire is on the outside of the ring and Chelsea Green is standing on her back, moving along the ring apron
Yeah,
so
that
her
was
feet don't
awesome.
touch the outside. And I think it might have been Chelsea Green who said something about if you're not going to win the Royal Rumble, it's not even about winning it sometimes. So sometimes it's about going out there and having that memorable spot that people remember. And that's the kind of stuff that she does. And that's what that one was. I thought that that was super fun and really cool. Fits her character. I loved it. Uh, Star of the show, the breakout star is Lash Legend. Uh, I'm going to take my time to appeal to Jim Cornette. Corny, why do you not like Lash Legend? This should not be a surprise to anybody. We went over this last year that shocking, Corny doesn't like the women's Royal Rumble. Well, damn, look at a bunch of women out there coming out, throwing each other over the rope. Got to watch the women's Royal Rumble first and ruin my damn night watching the men second. So this year I watched the men first, so I didn't get ruined by those up there. Lash Legend, green as hell. We were talking about this years ago. She can't work. It's like, the she was great in this match.
Yeah,
She
she
had the most eliminations. She looked strong. They had her put who was it who put Rhea Ripley out clean? That was Raquel. Raquel put Rhea out clean, right? Or was it
I
Lash?
want to say it was Lash,
I
and
thought it
Lash
was
took out
Lash.
it was Lash, and Lash took out Jordan Grace clean.
Yes.
That was crazy. I thought. and that was I remember watching with Hank and my dad, and we were like, no way Lash Legend just took out Rhea Ripley
Yeah.
clean. And we were all just in shock. While Brian's looking this up,
Yeah,
guys,
I'm looking this up because I
I,
want to, because I know it was surprising. Whoever it was, I was like, wow, they had them
yeah,
take out Rhea clean.
I'll tell
Um,
you two things I didn't like about this Rumble. One of them is Natalia. Why is Natalia
mhm.
eliminating Becky Lynch in 2026? Things I'm not interested in 2026. Natalia and the Bella Twins. Sorry, I
Yeah,
it made for some good content. I saw Gunther dancing to Free Mode,
dude,
and
they were over though when
they were. I was
they
like,
were
wait a minute,
like that was one of the biggest pops of the night,
was
and I was kind
Brie.
of surprised by that when it was Brie Bella.
Yeah,
But you know what? Good for them, man. Like,
yeah. It's just not for it's not for me because I grew
yeah,
up on that, and I
uh-huh,
just don't have fond memories of the Bellas or Natalia. So
yeah.
like
Well,
even this low key legend revamp gimmick is
yeah.
not doing it for me. I could care less if she got a new theme. I
Wait,
know
are you talking about Natalia when you said legend?
yeah, that's her nickname is the low key legend.
Oh, we're gonna have Gunther take her down, man. He's gonna end that career too. Like he's gonna add that. He's gonna add that Infinity Stone
Yeah.
to his gauntlet.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's good.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
It was Raquel Rodriguez who eliminated Rhea Ripley.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember who Lash eliminated. She had a ton of
I
eliminations.
think Rhea eliminated Lash,
Okay.
and then Raquel eliminated Rhea. So right there, you have endless possibilities of what you could do there. But she was awesome, man. She's the
Yeah,
MVP of this thing.
she was.
Well, hold on, I'm going to take that back. She's not the MVP of this thing. Liv is the MVP, but Lash is like the breakout star this year. Last year it was Roxanne. This year's Lash.
Yes, agreed. And I want to give a shout out as well to Raquel because she's going to go under the radar here. And
Hmm.
what a stupid decision to have Stephanie Vaquer win, and it's going to be Liv and Stephanie. I feel like we're missing the mark here really bad, WWE.
I
And
don't think we're done with it yet.
you don't think so?
No, I don't
I
think so.
really hope not, because I was talking about the storytelling a little earlier. You nailed so many storylines. Charlotte
Yeah.
and Alexa, you nailed it. Kyrie and Asuka, their interaction at the Rumble, you nailed it.
Yep.
Liv and Raquel, you nailed it to a
Yeah.
T.
That was awesome, by the way. When Liv dumped Raquel, that's
Yo,
more that great acting that she's able to do. Like Raquel sold it really well, but Liv's reaction is what makes it so great because she just bounces right back into the like it's awesome.
and then her on the post show selling that Raquel is such a big threat. Like I feel like we're leaning to a match, but we are we pivoting away? I certainly hope
Can I
not.
ask you a question, Will? Because I don't know if this has ever happened. Has there ever been somebody, so let's say the winner of the Royal Rumble chooses Stephanie Vaquer. Has there
Mhm.
ever been somebody then who wins the chamber and picks the same champion and they have a triple threat?
I mm, no, I don't think so off the top of my head because the elimination chamber hasn't always been to set up who faces
Okay.
the other champion. Sometimes you'll have a situation where like you had Roman as champion and like Sammy was his match at Elimination Chamber. So they just did like a US title chamber.
Okay.
Stuff like that. They've done chambers for the WWE Championship.
Yep.
Off the top of my head, I want to
Okay.
say no. Usually they'll have it be like a situation where like Daniel Bryan has to be Triple H to get into the triple threat match against Batista, who won the
Yeah.
Royal Rumble, and Randy Orton, who was the champion at the time. I don't know, but it'd be cool if it was a first.
You know what I mean? Like I just because there's so much meat on that bone, like you said, like they've been planting these seeds for so long that you don't pull that past WrestleMania. I feel like that's a Mania match right there, you know? So I think that'd be a neat thing to have Raquel win Chamber or something, and then she's like, "No, I'm picking Stephanie Vaquer too." And then what do you do? She gets to. It's not you have to pick the other person. Has that ever been like definitively said?
No,
You
I
know
don't
what I
think it.
mean? Like that would be a fun thing to be like, no, I'm picking that person, you know? It's like in the original Running Man with Arnold Schwarzenegger when Arnold's character Ben Richards, when the crowd starts turning and they start to like him, and Killian goes out to the audience and there's an old lady out there, you know, in the game show audience, and she has her chance to pick who's going to get the next kill on the Running Man. She's like, I choose Ben Richards. And he's like, oh, darling, you got to pick one of our stalkers. And she's like, I can pick whoever I'd like. And I choose Ben Richards. I go, so that'd be funny if it was Raquel's like, nope, I choose Stephanie Vaquer. And then they have to have a match. Because you think about Jade Cargill too, where I go, who, that's a whole separate thing that I don't want to get on a tangent about because I feel like that booking is going to be super tricky for her for WrestleMania. Um, so yeah, I think it's still TBD with Liv and Raquel.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is definitely my biggest thumbs up of the night. So
Yeah.
at this point, when I'm watching the Rumble, it's off to a great start. We move on to I will for sure say a sadder note. AJ Styles versus Gunther. And I did like this match. It was a bit oddly paced because you're still wanting AJ to get off of like all of his high flying
hmm
maneuvers. But at the end of the day, this should have just been titled a submissions match because
Yeah.
Gunther trying to pass out AJ Styles and AJ Styles trying to lock in that calf crusher. And I thought I really enjoyed the match. I just think I knew the whole time that this was it from everything, like all the hints we got from the
Yeah.
CM Punk match to him fighting Nakamura and then recreating that moment where they fist bump in the ring. I just knew it. So it was hard for me to really get into it. And until the end, when I saw AJ Styles pass out, for those that are saying, man, I really wish John Cena passed out. Well, you got your moment. Does it feel any better?
Right, exactly. That's a good point,
That's,
Will.
it's it. I was
Yeah.
one of those people. Man, I wish he would have passed out. Well, I'm telling you, it sucks just as bad. I want to say if AJ Styles is known for one thing in his WWE career, his selling has always been amazing. When he got up and he's like, kind of like it hits him like where am I?
Yeah.
Like, did what happened? That was really, really elite
It was
selling
good.
and acting from AJ Styles. And man, if this is it, one of the greatest in-ring workers in the history of professional wrestling is AJ Styles, and he gets to go out having a great match with Gunther. This match does get a thumbs up from me, a sad one
Yeah.
because it sucks, man. Losing AJ Styles and John Cena both to the same within the last 2 months has been terrible for me and my childhood. Gunther's just like, I'm going to kill everyone from Will Younker's childhood. And
Natalia's next.
Natalia's next.
Yep, Natty.
As,
Natty's next.
yep, Natty's next. He's going to take down Chris Jericho. I still think.
Yeah, that's to me that's the way. If Jericho doesn't show up, I'm going to be crestfallen. I'm going to be very upset about that. I was so excited to have him back, and you set up perfect, Will, that you were like you have Jericho in the Royal Rumble, Gunther, or Jericho eliminates Gunther, and then that sets up their feud going to WrestleMania.
Very
I
simple.
I still think that's going to happen for the mere fact that I don't see Gunther being in a title match at WrestleMania. We have so many other things going on, but he's such an attraction. And how do you keep that attraction going? He has to take down and retire somebody else, right? Like that's a match that you could build up in and of itself. So I'm still thinking in WrestleMania, it's Gunther retiring somebody. Maybe we don't know if it's going to be
Kind of
Jericho
helps.
yet or Lesnar, but I would lean towards Jericho.
First of all, I love the character that
It's
he's
good. It's really good.
and the fact that he comes out on Monday to AJ Styles theme song. What
Awesome.
an
It was so
what an
awesome though.
you want to know what the worst part was? I'm such a when I'm watching the product itself and I'm not sitting here reviewing it, I'm such a fan. So I'm like, oh my gosh, AJ Styles is coming out to talk to us. And then I see Gunther in his black coat, sports coat, hitting the
Yes.
little Styles walk out. And I'm like, dude, you have to be kidding me right now. And he's so good at it. This is like when he looked at Styles after he retired Cena and went
Yes.
the first
Yep.
time. And
It's my
he's
guy.
being built up to be a true monster. WWE gets an A plus for booking Gunther over the last 6 months. Just kind of, he took those two losses that are in question. The one to Jay is really bad
Yeah, we're just
at it.
Will we have to do what WWE has done and just forget about that? It never happened.
Yeah,
Last year's WrestleMania, it never happened. We're back in Vegas. It's just a redo.
yep. And also that loss to CM Punk didn't help him by any means. It was an
Right.
amazing match, but it didn't help him. And you know me, I'm all for like one guy doesn't need to not lose. Well,
Right.
Gunther can be that guy for me right now. He can go on this run where he just does not lose and continues to retire some of WWE's all-time greats. And I think they're nailing it, man. Like I said, this is one of their
Yeah.
best things they've done, maybe within, the time between Cody finishing the story until now. They're really nailing this Gunther new character where he's kind of like this troll, but then when the switch flips and he's like, "I want your career, it's over." That just it's really working for me right now. Do you like you've already went on here and said that you love this new character from
I
him.
love this new Gunther. He's like you said, he's like part troll until the business starts and he gets in the ring, and then he's a Terminator now.
Hmm.
Like he's to the point now. They've done such a great job, like you said, creating this character that there's already an aura about it because of the people he's taken out and how he's done it. They've established that when he gets in the ring now, and it's amazing because I wonder how many people who dislike what he does in the ring because it's boring because he's wrestling. It's more old school wrestling than it
Yeah.
is what we do today. I wonder how many people are coming around on that. For me, it's a blast from the past, and I get the psychology that they're doing in the ring, where some people might say, "Oh, that's really boring. He's been trying to put a sleeper hold on for 18 minutes." And I go, "Right, but that's the point though, is that every match that he's in, whether you want to believe it or not, at a certain point, you know it's coming, and it's just a matter of who's getting put in that sleeper hold and who's going to sleep and not getting out of it. At a certain point, it goes from, oh man, I hope Gunther doesn't win again, to, oh man, I hope that RKO doesn't tap out. Like you're gonna get to a point where you will start to believe it whether you want to or not, because it's what we're being given, and it might be boring, it might not be flashy, but it's effective. But even with John Cena and AJ Styles, because I think they both do such a great job selling like you did, when you get somebody else in that dance with Gunther when he's trying to put that sleeper hold on, somebody who can sell it and counter it and try to make comebacks but can't do it. Like if you could have Gunther and Shawn Michaels, oh my God, would you make money off of those two with the
Oh,
way that Shawn can sell? But when you get that person who can sell that and tell that story with him, it's awesome. And
it
John
is.
Cena and AJ Styles both nailed it. So I give this match a thumbs up, even though AJ Styles is gone. I haven't been emotionally attached to him, But I think for the story they're telling for Gunther, it's awesome. Like this is
Yeah,
exactly what you needed to do. So thumbs up.
agreed. Let's go on to our next match. Drew McIntyre, the champion, versus Sami Zayn. This was a match. It happened,
Yep.
and I was okay with it. And Drew McIntyre just kind of whoops Sami Zayn for the most part.
Yep.
There was not a whole lot of offense for Sami Zayn. Such a weird. If there's one note, because I don't have a note on the actual match itself, because it was
Yeah.
kind of a squash match. It was over in less than 10 minutes.
Yeah. It wasn't Brock and John Cena, but it was damn close.
It it was like he got
Yeah.
a blue thunder bomb. He got one haluva kick,
Yeah.
and that was it. It was like four claymores, five future shock DDTs, a Glasgow kiss, and the match was
Yeah.
over. And I was
Yeah.
like, what was I watching? And why I felt that way is you're in Sami Zayn's hometown. Well, not hometown, but like his home away from home. You're in
Yes.
Saudi Arabia. And like this is home field advantage.
Yes.
You just like took took the life out of the arena with AJ Styles retiring. And they did it again. They were like, "Oh, you guys got any life left? We're taking it away from you guys." Because Sammy comes out and then he gets ass whooped in a dominant win for Drew McIntyre. I'm like, what is that? I feel lifeless watching this men's Royal Rumble right now. And there was a few moments that got me up during the men's Royal Rumble, but nothing that really cured my sadness from this sad pay-per-view I just watched. Like it
Well,
was a sad pay-per-view.
I mean, you go back to Sammy and Drew, and I go, they're putting Drew over and trying to course correct with him, like we talked about a couple of pods in a row now, that they've tried to correct the story with Drew, and they're doing a good job. It's a very similar thing as Gunther that they're doing with Drew McIntyre, but it's working. And I'm glad that they didn't belabor the point and have it become just a brutal beatdown of
Yeah,
Sammy. Because so many
agreed.
times in the past, it would have turned into just a massacre of Sami Zayn, and you go, okay, now what are we doing here? So I'm glad that they didn't go into like Looney Tunes with it, with the beatdown and with the squash. Um, but at the same time, it's what I expected. We knew Sammy wasn't going to win. So it's like,
Yeah,
how else are you going to book that match? You know what I mean? I go, I feel like they did what they were supposed to do. I'm going to give it a thumbs down just because I expected something more on this pay-per-view for that. It's not a match that I thought lived up to being on the pay-per-view.
you're right. It gets a thumbs down.
Yeah.
It did its purpose. It was a
Oh.
needed dominant win for Drew McIntyre, I will say.
Yeah.
So let's
Yes. Yeah. Speaking of, I don't know which way this is going to go for either of us, Will. So take us into it.
I don't know. I'm so conflicted with the men's Royal Rumble match. And it's not because I didn't like the match. I just there were so many weird moments. It was a weirdly paced match.
Yeah,
I
it
think that's
was.
the biggest thing I want to highlight
It
is
felt rushed.
it felt so rushed. Like
Yeah.
I feel like there was a few moments that took way too long that made the rest of the pay-per-view feel rushed. One thing I didn't like is I love the Royal Rumbles that you have a little bit of shock element of who
Yep.
comes out. And I say this to professional wrestling fans. You're not always going to have that big return. It's not always possible. It
Yep.
isn't. And they did an okay job with the debut of Royce Keys, who was,
Powerhouse Hobbs.
yeah, I'm excited for Powerhouse Hobbs. And Royce Keys, I believe, is actually his son's name. So cool concept there.
Oh, don't
And
forget about the other surprise.
well, are we talking about LA Knight coming back?
Hell no, I'm talking about La Parka, man.
Oh my gosh, get out of here. Get out of here.
So Will sent me a text message and he was like, "Hey man, are you watching the Rumble still? Did you see La Parka?" I believe I replied back with, "I thought it was Penta for like 20 minutes. Turns out it was just La Parka." Yeah.
Yeah, man. I, and that's another thing I wanted to touch on too is
Oh
like
God.
our surprise entrances were Royce Keys and LA Knight. And then you got La Parka and Mr. Iguana. Sorry, fell flat with me. I could care less about La Parka coming out. At least Mr. Iguana is funny.
Yeah.
So we need better surprise entrances. You can make something happen. Really, at least a few more NXT guys out there. You had, and they then tried to make up for it with this masked man thing happening again to a lot of people's favorite to win the
It was
Rumble,
my
Braun
pick.
Breaker. Yeah,
Yeah.
Henry's too. And all of a sudden, he's out within a minute. I felt like there was moments where like Braun Breaker could have been in that Rumble. You didn't
Yeah, for
have
sure.
to do it just for the shock value. I feel like Braun Breaker needed a strong outing after losing to CM Punk. And
Yeah.
you have him get eliminated by whoever this masked man is. Another thing, my Shockmaster moment of the night. I'm done with Jey Uso. I'm done with the Yeet.
Oh,
Comes out and he has to enter from the top.
yep.
By the way, Brock Lesnar is in the Royal Rumble, and
That is
he
the Shockmaster moment right there.
that's enough of a Shockmaster moment.
Yep.
By the way, this is a co-Shockmaster moment of the night. Terrible decision, WWE. Obafemi is on a roll, and Brock Lesnar's old ass eliminates him.
Yep.
Come on now, we've lost the plot.
And then you have Jey Uso come out during his entrance with the yeeting, and you have Cody and LA Knight take out Brock Lesnar during that. So it's not a spot at all. It's a
Yeah,
total missed blink it and you miss it. Should have been a moment, but because we're yeeting, and then we have to get into the ring and keep the Shockmaster moment going further and roll it back because now we're in the match. I get it's professional wrestling. I get that we're doing silly things. I'm okay with Mr. Iguana. I'm okay with Damian Priest giving a choke slam to Mr. Iguana and his iguana. I'm
yeah,
fine with that.
all for it.
Jey Uso getting into the ring during the match and continuing to do his entrance and restarting the song, that's where I draw the line. That's where I go, now you're not earning it anymore. You could do that good and you would back it up with something good. There's nothing there to justify that. So, no, scrub.
Yep, not a fan of that. So
Nope.
now that we're done talking about all the things we weren't fans of, there's a few things I am a fan of
Yep.
during this match. Javon Evans was phenomenal.
Yep.
Obafemi was phenomenal. And the fact that creative let Obafemi, Javon Evans, and Trick Williams have a
Yep.
moment in the ring together gets a double thumbs up from me going back to their triple threat
Yep.
match at Stand and Deliver,
Dude, and it was an awesome match. I
which
was
you were
there. I
there
got to
for.
witness it.
Yeah.
So I was giddy when we had those three. I was like, oh, that's so awesome because those guys are the future and the future looks bright with them too. They're all three of them have it. And Obafemi, I think he was my pick for most eliminations. So I got that one. Will actually got both picks right for Roman and for Liv.
Yeah.
Um, but Obafemi, he's a standout. Uh, he's amazing. I say you go Obafemi and Brock at WrestleMania. Um,
Avenge it.
and then you go Y2J and Gunther. I feel like book it. I'll be happy as hell if we get that.
Yeah. I thought that that moment was positive. The final four was a bit odd having
Yeah.
Logan Paul in there. That being said, Roman Reigns winning the Rumble, eliminating Gunther, which I
Oh,
just
sure.
thought it was weird to have Gunther in there, but it's fine, I guess.
Well, if you're gonna throw him out at number 30 and you're not really protecting him in any like it's nothing. To have Roman do that with him coming out at 30, it was kind of a letdown because we didn't get guys who we were hoping for, which is our fault. But
Yeah,
at the same time, it's really hard for you to play an angle where Finn Balor can't get into the Royal Rumble because it's full. But we have Mr. Iguana, we have La Parca, we have La Penta, we have Gunther comes out at 30 to do nothing. That's why it stands out and it's a little bit weird. And Finn might be my dark horse for who's under the mask. But why would he do that though? He doesn't need to hide who he
no,
is.
no reason. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, on our short that we threw up, our listeners were putting some of their guesses in, and it's pretty much Seth Rollins, Adam Pearce, which would be the
Oh my
ever,
gosh, hilarious.
Logan Paul or Austin Theory. So those are our suspects.
Yeah, and I'm excited. I think to just kind of put a cap on the men's rumble for Roman Reigns and CM Punk. I think
Yeah.
that, that we already saw it on Monday.
Yep.
The promo battles between these two are going to be legendary. This is going to be a
Yeah.
great build up for a great night two main event. So, Brian, overall, what is the Rumble getting for you, man?
Boy, what have we been doing these out of? I can't even remember what we
Out of 10.
give
Out
it's
of
out of
10.
10. I'm gonna give this thing I'm gonna give it a I'm so easy with the Royal Rumbles because
I
they're
know, me too,
so
man.
much fun. I'm gonna give it an 8. The women's Royal Rumble I thought was great. I will watch that again, and I'll probably even watch the men's again. So I'm gonna give it an 8. It's the Royal Rumble. You can't go wrong. It's fun.
7.5, guys. Same as Brian. Even though it wasn't the best Rumble, it's the Royal Rumble. How can you
Right.
be that upset with it?
Yeah.
All right, guys. That's all we got for you here
Yeah. Yeah.
today.
Go over to the Realm Paranormal podcast. Go check us out. We got
And
big
go check,
stuff coming.
yeah, go check out the YouTube shorts and the TikTok. We got a
Go
lot
check
more
it,
coming,
guys.
guys. I have no sarcastic comment for you guys. We love
Oh,
you
well,
guys.
well, then I'm going to leave everybody with this for the second pod in a row. You know what's better than Thursday with the next day being Friday? When these two guys don't got to work.
Yeah.
Boom!
Love
Catch you
you
guys
guys.
later. Peace out.
It's on my screen, but I think it's because my computer battery's low.
Oh no, do you don't have that light
Oh
plugged
no,
in
no,
again,
I
do
grabbed.
you?
That's why I'm late. I was finding my
Oh,
plug.
okay, I was gonna say you and that light. The light is what
Oh,
gets you every time.
no, no light. Let me just move this lamp over just a little
Oh,
bit.
that's funny.
All right, man.
Yeah, that damn light's out to get you, man.
Dude, I know. Tell me about it. All
Man,
right.
Liv isn't anywhere around us. That's a shame. I should have fixed that. I should have fixed that. I'm gonna fix it in post.
It's all right.